Welcome to Quintessence. What is your magic? I am Annabelle, wild and wise woman, life expansion expert, and today I have a very special guest. Um, we met on the net, and my life has changed, and it's been bringing me so much joy and powerful knowledge to really enhance my gift, my spiritual gift. And so this is the only Kevin Humphrey, the English mystic, with us today. So today, so Kevin, I will tell a bit about your bio, where you're from, and then I'll ask you a few questions. Okay. So
Perfect.
Kevin, known as English mystic, is a renowned dragon shaman and founder of Dragon Shamanism, based near Dartmoor, Devon, in England. If others don't know. Kev guides people to reconnect to their soul's purpose using ancient dragon wisdom and shamanic practices. He's the author of several dragons-focused books, including Fly with Dragons, Working with Dragons, and Healer Dragons, as well as a Healer Dragon Wisdom cards. His teachings bridge mystical insight with practical transformation. Kev hosts the English Mystic podcast, exploring shamanism, healing, and spiritual awakening with global visionaries. He also runs monthly Dragon Talks, interactive Zoom event with expert guests, and is the organizer of the annual Galactic Dragon Thunder Summit, which brings together 30 international speakers to share profound dragon knowledge. Kev's mission is to empower others to reclaim their mystical heritage, ignite healing, and live in harmony with dragon energy. Discover more on his website. And so there's the Dragon Thunder Summit coming very soon, which I've taken part twice, and I'm looking forward to take part in that again. Okay, so what else do you want to tell us about you, Kevin? And yeah, so for me, it's like what is your magic and how this magic has come to you? I know, you work with people and you try to guide them with the magic, but please first tell us about how your magic came to you.
Well, Annabelle, it's beautiful to be here, and it's a pleasure always to speak with you. We often do, and I'm looking forward to seeing you on the Dragon Thunder Summit as well, which is gorgeous. But yeah, I mean, I think all of us have a lot of magic, and sometimes we can't tap into it, and sometimes we're like, "What's my magic? What's my purpose?" And I always say to people is be patient because it's coming to you, and it will arrive. And it took many years for my magic to fully arrive. It wasn't until I was in my mid 50s before I truly started to feel the magic. So don't feel like you have to put it in really early. It will come when it needs to. But yeah, for me, it's I've gone through many stages. I sort of was in corporate IT for many years. Then I found Reiki and Rahani celestial energy, and then I found shamanism, and then the dragons came in, and that seems to be my purpose at the moment, which is teaching people how to connect to their inner dragon and their dragon spirit guides, and that is it. It's dragon magic, dragon medicine. It sort of awakens people's soul purpose, their ancient wisdom connection, and also it sort of brings in that elemental fire that fires you up to be your true self. And I always say there's a little bit of mystical mischief in there as well. It's about joy and it's about having fun. It's not just about being serious and doing rituals. You need to enjoy what you're doing. So that's where I sit, and it really is a deep connection to the mystical, that thing that is out there that people play as woo woo. And for me, I've always been in that place where I think magic is it's real. I know it's real, and we all get to embody that realness. Magic is as simple as breathing. We breathe, therefore there's magic in you, and it's just remembering and tapping into that. And for me, there's many guides, spirit guides in my realm. However, the dragons have become a big focal point, and it's all about they come in and assist you with your healing, That's a big thing. Your soul purpose and your sovereignty. They give you the courage to be truly who you are. And that's where the dragon shamanism came in. And I could never call myself a shaman before because it didn't feel right. I felt like you should be one of those people who's in deep Peru or something. But the dragon shamanism came in, and I do call myself a dragon shaman, which means I work with spirits and I partner with the dragons, and I stand here with one foot in our reality and the other in the reality of the mystical and the dragons, I'm like the bridge to help people that maybe can't open it themselves. We're all able to, and sometimes it just takes someone like me and of course you, Annabelle, to just help people through that curtain and to make them realize they can be in both of the worlds. So yeah, for me, the dragons is the mythical area that I work with.
Well, I love that. And, it's helping others, but because some people, when it comes to them, they get confused and they don't know what's happening to them and they don't have the receptivity. So
Mm,
helping people be in a receptive state that when things comes, then they can work with it. And as you said, patience is very important.
yeah.
And I know dragons appeared to you.
Mhm.
One day you were on your horse.
Yeah.
Um, and then you've got this little course of, find your dragon's name. I think it was, that's
Yeah.
how I found you. And that's how I named my dragon that is with me at all time. Now I have a whole team of dragons with me, and I
Beautiful.
open my medicine wheel with the dragons. And so I have a dragon for each direction and each element, and I love that. So, yeah, we're here to really help others connect to that world. This is our purpose. Our purpose is not like to go, oh, we are playing with the dragon. It's really we're here and we know this powerful, how the dragons can be so powerful.
Mm,
And
exactly.
and so you said you describe your magic as the art of connection, walking between worlds and awakening the mythic self. Can you take us through what that actually looks like in a healing or journeying session? What do you witness in people when the dragons come through?
Yeah, I mean, we talk about healings, and I think everyone understands energy healing, and then we talk about journeys, and a journey is literally going from the state where you're physically here and allowing your free soul to move through the curtain and get into the mythical world, and that's what we mean by the journey. And it's like stepping through the veil. We know there's veils thin on certain days. It's actually thin all the time when we know how to move through it. Yeah, it's true. And so that's where I come in, and people like Annabelle come in, and all those of us that teach people how to move through the veil. It's fully safe. There's no danger there. You're fully protected by the guides, the dragons. And for me, I connect to the dragons, and they come with this powerful frequency. We all know what a dragon looks like, and you need to forget the story of them burning down villages and taking maidens and the rest of it. It's not like that. That's been made up, a bit like the story of witches and all the rest of it. They're a frequency that is pure love, pure energy, and that they have a fire. They also have ice and all the rest of it, and different things. But there's a clarity when they come into your life. They come in, and they want you to remember who you are. That's really what they're there. And there's the healing that they bring, and it's a mental healing, it's a physical healing, it's a bone deep, blood deep healing, and it's a soul level healing. Uh, so they encompass everything. They live in a reality well outside of ours. So it's very rare that you will see them physically, but you will see them with your third eye in your dream life. And they're just powerful. And if you go on a journey with them and you go on healing, for me, I see people crying a lot. I see people laughing a lot. I see people finding themselves. People say, "Oh, they're so healing. They've removed this trauma from me, or whatever it is." And they're ancient. They've been here always. We've known them always, and we forgot. And each connection with the dragon is utterly personal to you. It's your connection, and it's my role to connect you. It's not my role to interpret everything they're saying. That's your role. So in the same way as if you were going on a first date, I'm like the person that's introduced you to together, and then it's up to you to go off and do what you want. It's your life. You're the sovereign being, and that's what I'm here to do. Basically, introduce you to the dragon that's been with your soul always, and there will be more than one dragon. Often, not always, but often there are. Like Annabelle's got a whole bunch of them.
I've got a whole bunch and I love
Yeah,
them.
exactly.
So what have you got? You've got a whole bunch of books. I know I've got other questions, but I want you to tell us about your books actually and how all these books have come through for you.
Yeah, yeah.
That's-
Well, the dragon first came in, landed in 2017 when I was riding the horse on the human tour, and that just opened something. I thought I'd gone mad for the few years.
I
Seeing
know,
a couple.
and like for a few years, so I really want to pause. I want to pause here because there are many people in that case. They
Mm,
see things and in the world that we live, I mean, if you see things, they put you in hospital and they say you're mad and they give you
exactly.
medication so you don't see anymore. So
Yeah.
you close your third eyes, but you don't only close your third eye, you close your heart, you close everything, and they make you think that you're going mad.
Mm,
This is very important that to have the strength and the courage, which is why we're here to support people, to know that they are not going mad and there is a different world. And when these different worlds open to you, it's good to have support.
mm,
And
exactly.
the world is always here to bring you good. It's only if you make it bad but it's always whatever the universe brings is always to bring good to you. Anyway. So I want
Yeah.
to say that because when you say, I thought I was going mad for a few years, how did you handle that?
I sat with it and connected more to the dragon world, and I went out there and was like, well, there must be other people that talk about dragons, and I met a shaman that's from Wales, and Wales, its flag is a dragon, a red dragon, and she was. I had a chat with her, and she was like, "Of course, there's dragons. I work with them all the time." And it was like, "Ah, right, okay." And then she was the first person to fully awaken like my dragon heart and blew the dragon energy into me, and that just woke me up to the dragons. And then it was a case of just talking to the dragons in the same way you talk to your best friends, and they then started to ask me to do simple things. They slowly I earned their trust, and vice versa, and they started to say things to me, and I was like, okay, yeah. And they were like, "Would you want to write a book?" And I wrote "Fly with Dragons," and that was the first one that I wrote. It was just the story of me meeting the dragons and awakening to them, and then over the time, there's 40 odd books now, many even related to shamanic stuff, dragons, and they come in. I mean, I've got Working with Dragons, which is a really good book if you're just beginning to work with dragons. Just explains, nice simple book, how to work with them. And you'll all work with them differently, but it gives you some ideas, and some of them will resonate, some of them won't. And then we went all the way through to the point where recently they came in, and there was 101 healer dragons came in, and I wrote a rather large, thick book which has got the
Thank you.
101 healer dragons in it, and they're the healer dragons of Dragon Shamanism, and each one of them's got a specific skill. A bit like you have a general practitioner doctor. All dragons are like a general practitioner doctor, but these ones are coming in and say like, well, I'm really good at healing the chakras. A bit like we would get a heart surgeon say. So they've come in and it's very specific, and I do lots of work with them, which is beautiful.
So it's like a therapeutic book with healing with dragons,
Yeah,
basically.
exactly. Yeah, so if you say, well, I've got heartache, you can go to the book and there'll be a cross reference, or you might just say, open it at a page that makes sense to me. And I've got some oracle cards as well. So some people
Yes.
like working with oracle cards. So maybe you sit with them and go, which dragon do I need? And you pull it out and it's Celestra or something. But there's 101 of them.
I need to get your cards. When you come and visit, bring me the card.
I will when I come to France. Yes.
We're going to go and play here in my home ground where all that I think there's a lot of dragon lines to be activated. And so I'm planning for Kevin to come and visit so we can play and then we'll tell you
Beautiful.
more. We have another podcast around that probably.
Sounds good.
For
a
sure.
live one from Nice.
Yes. So, so you say you partner with dragons to bring through energy transmission and soul codes. How did your partnership begin? Oh no, we said that. So let's see. Um, for me, what I want to ask you now is how do you stay connected and stay with trust that they're there and they're good and they help you journey. And when you say they tell me this and they tell me that, so how did that come about?
It just came about through going on shamanic journeys and also just being in a state of being present. So we spend a lot of our lives thinking about the past, and we judge where we are based on what happened to us in the past, and then we spend a bit of our time thinking about the future. But our future is only based on what we knew in the past. So I realized quite quickly through a lot of different things, like through meditation, breath work, that the best place to be is fully present in this moment and trust this moment and trust just the next step. It's good to plan, but the dragons came in and said that's the place where you will find us in the present. We're not in the past, we're not in the future. You'll find us here. And I find, for me, shamanic journeys, going on a journey where you leave this realm, go into the mystical realm, is powerful. And the more you do that, the more the connection gets stronger and stronger and stronger. Again, it's a bit like going on a first date. You don't know everything about the person, but after 5 or 6 years, there's a good chance you know a lot. You've met all their friends and the rest of it. And it's the same relationship for dragon. The more you connect with them, the more they tell you about themselves, the more they understand about you. And so it's those journeys, but also breath work. Some people don't like meditation. People can't sit still, but just breathing and bringing yourself really and concentrate on your breathing is powerful because it turns the mind off, and the mind will judge and make all these stories up. You
Hmm.
need to calm that down, get it to be quiet, and then just be fully present. And you need to be in your heart and let your heart take over because it needs to be in charge because the brain just makes so much stuff up. If you've had any fears, and if you faced them, you realize that they were this big, but actually they're only this big. And that's where the dragons say you want to be in your sovereign, powerful, courageous self, and that's when we'll come in and connect with you. And then literally, I go on a journey. I go down. I go down a staircase into the lower realm, a shamanic realm, and I'll sit round a campfire, and the dragons will come in, and we'll talk to each other like we're talking to each other now. It's as simple as that. People say, "Oh, channeling." That's fine. I don't do channeling. I just sit and talk to them, and you can do that as well. And people do. There's that course that I created about 4 years ago now. Meet Your Dragon. Somebody did it yesterday. I think they're about the thousandth person to do it, and everyone says, "Oh, I met my dragon, and it said this, and it said that, and it was this color," and it's just so easy. And once you open it and you get past the, "Oh, this must be really hard. You've got to be amazing," blah, anyone can do it. It's magic that's open for all of us, and it's this that blocks it because we've been programmed that there aren't unicorns, there aren't dragons, there aren't fairies, even though as children we knew there were. And you get to the point where you remember and you can reconnect to that inner child, and that's all I do. I connect to the inner child, and I type what they've been saying. Simple as that.
Wonderful. And the dragon, they guided you to do this Dragon Thunder Summit. And so I
Yeah.
want you to tell us about that. And and as well, I want to say, people were telling me, when I talk about dragon and me being a dragon queen and how to bring that in the world, and people say, oh, but after the Lord of the Ring, there are more, that people get used to dragons. And I know that because that's what people do, they watch TV. They don't
Mhm.
really sit with themselves and see what comes. They sit and watch TV a lot. And so it's like what is offered to them, and then they process more or less. So I feel that this world of dragon, when you were first going with that, you didn't know how many people were there, but now you've created this Dragon Thunder Summit and you bring together all these people that work with dragons. So tell me about that. Tell us about that.
Yeah, it was three years ago where I was sitting with my main three dragons, and Agatha, Sophia, and Georgie in the other realms, and they were telling me all these things, and I was like, I feel like I had a session with my shamanic teacher, and she was saying, why not ask your spirits if there's something you can do for them? So I was like, what? Is there something I could do for you guys? And they were like, actually, there is. There's a lot of people like you out there across the world, and some of them are just waking up to dragons, and some have been working with dragons, like Caroline, the original dragon lady, for like 20, 30 years, and many others. And but you're all not talking to each other. You're all over the place, and it would be good to call you all together. So we'd like you to create a summit. It's like, oh, okay, fair enough. So it was born, and we started with just a few people in the first year, and we're now in our third year, and we've got 30 people live. We're starting in the Australian time zone, coming to the European time zone, then heading off to the American time zone, with 10 speakers in each an hour each. And those videos are there for everyone to look back on over the years, and there's powerful energy in there. There's people that are working with dragons and healing the land. There's people working with dragons and healing the universe. There's people there that are dragon queens and dragon kings and dragon lords and dragon priestesses. And there's some people that they just got one dragon that comes in and it helps them with their daily life, gives them the courage to get over, say, their depression and get out in the world and go to the market. So there's just different levels and different flavors, and that's what the dragons are saying. Not everyone needs to be the big powerful queen, and not everyone has to be, yeah, and that's what they're there. And it's beautiful listening to the people and hearing some of them sing dragon song, some of them do dragon light language, some of us take us on journeys, some of them just tell us how they met their dragon and what color it is, and if it's green it means this, and it's blue it's that, and the wind dragon is this. And it's, if you're not sure about dragons, come along and there'll be a person in there that you resonate with. And I've seen lots of people going off and making connections, and it's beautiful, and it spreads the word. Yeah, it's a beautiful place to be.
I think it's amazing just to realize how many people out there are working with dragon and how
Yeah,
many have been working with dragon for a long time. And they say, we don't really talk, we don't really tell other people because they think we mad or we come from this different world. And then suddenly, there are more and more like that. And it's so good. And I feel that, yeah, you're doing something amazing because you've been very consistent and you connect really well, you communicate very well with everybody. And so this summit, so you've got the summit, like the old summit, people can go and now you need to buy it, but it's very affordable, I think, and
yeah.
listen to all the videos. And so this one's coming in July. Usually it's a summer feast of
Mhm.
dragon speakers. And yeah, so that will be coming on the 13th, yeah? Yeah.
Yeah, 13th of July. Yeah, it's
13th of
just
July.
dragonthunder2025.com. I'm sure you'll put all the links out
Yeah, I
anyway.
put I put all the links in there, and
Exactly.
I will. I think I will air this episode of us, just before your summit, so
Mhm.
people have it soon. And yeah, I'm so pleased. We've met because I feel that it's been a wonderful support for each other during COVID. We were meeting, and then it's about really feeling this comfortable way of being a dragon queen. For me, the dragon queen came to me. I didn't decide, oh, I'm just going to be a dragon queen.
Yeah.
Not at all. I had this 2-hour breath journey, and at the end of the journey, I fell into the mouth of a dragon. And then I came back out as a dragon queen, and I was like, I just didn't know what to do with it, and I'm still not sure how I'm bringing it out there. At the moment, I've started to work with clients and doing activation of business and bringing them the dragon to support and help them. And for me, the dragon has been very powerful for protection, to feel protected. And as you feel protected, you become more powerful.
Beautiful.
So that's the main the main thing. And then the dragon bringing the divine union of energy, of feminine energy and masculine energy as well to really create prosperity, because as we bring both together, you can bring prosperity and as well purification. To bring the prosperity, you need to go into the purification. So they're the main element I work with for the dragons. So for you, what are these main themes that you work with?
For me, it is that it's the first thing. If you imagine a mighty dragon standing behind you, uh, you're invulnerable, aren't you? You can almost. I don't know if you've ever seen that picture of like a dragon that's 30 foot high, standing with its wings protective you around someone, and just their head popping up. You can imagine that.
Yeah.
It gives you courage to be your true wild self. That's what it does. That's the beginning when you call in the dragon. Just having that mighty beast on your side, and then it's about the healing. And for me, it's about them. They can be very direct. So if you work with dragons, realize they will be direct. They won't be all cuddly and soft. That they'll be the person that says you need to do some work, and they'll be there and they'll help you strip back what isn't yours. Because a lot of us, we're like an onion, and in the middle is the true self, and we've got all this programming around ourselves that's happened through school and family and all the rest of it. And they burn away those false layers with their alchemical fire, and you need to be ready for that, because a lot of times there's a bit of us that's in that layer, and it makes us feel safe, but it's not ours. And that's what they come in, and they strip away what's not yours, so that you become the true version that's you. And that they for me, they help us embody our truth, our purpose, our wildness, the trueness of us, to be, whatever we want to do, and also that radiant essence that is us, so that you're not grey, you're multidimensional, you're shining, you say what you mean, but you say it with pure love. And if people come to you and aren't that way, then sometimes your energy can make them feel a bit, oh, but you're in your sovereignty, so you don't mind. You're not rude or anything. But that's what it is for me. Dragons bring you, the true you, out, because they give you the protection and the courage to do it. And I mean, look at Annabelle, so radiant and gorgeous. That's what it does for you.
Thank you, thank you. And yes, I feel like we're ready. Maybe you can give us a little sample of a little journey.
Yeah.
Um, I might just get on a speaker's view for you to start, and let's just have a little journey. So everybody is watching, probably find a quiet spot, and then yes, Kevin will start. Guide us.
Cool. So I would normally play a drum or something, but it's easier just for now just to play a bit of music. This is called Wild Dance, the healing power of shamanic drumming. So hopefully it's not too loud. Let me just start that. Can you hear that?
I can hear it. Yeah.
Can you still hear me all right?
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, make sure you're not driving or anything like that. No heavy machinery.
Maybe the music is a little loud.
A little loud. Turn it down a bit. There you go. Better.
That's okay. Yes, better.
Cool. So close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths deep into the belly, filling the belly and the lungs. Slowly release it. Come into your heart space. Come out of your mind. Calm the thinking. Imagine now a circle of glowing stones around you. A ring of protection. We call upon the east and the south and the north and the west, the fire, the water, the earth and the air. We call upon the dragons, all 101 of the healer dragons, to encircle us now, fully protecting us, fully safe. It's safe to release and relax. The dragons gently breathe alchemical fire upon us, all 101 of them. It does not burn, it's just warming, it's cleansing. That energy now opens a vortex of dragon fire and starlight. You may see a door, you may just see a tunnel. It's a short one. Step through now. You find yourself in the mystical realms. You might see a vast landscape. You may feel joy, you may feel air brushing across you. You may see a lake. The earth beneath you may be vibrant and pulsate. I often feel like I just want to dance ecstatically when I'm on this land, and if you want to do that, swirl around now, dance like no one's watching you. Beautiful. A short distance away from you stands a great tree. It's made of crystal and almost looks like it's on fire with flame. You can see that its roots trail deep into the earth and its branches rise high into the sky, almost touching the stars. One by one pops from nowhere a dragon. This is the gathering of the 101 healer dragons. One by one they appear, huge mighty beasts 30 feet high, but each with a gentle energy that we can feel. They shimmer in hues of emerald, sapphire, gold, deep crimson, many different colours that our eyes can behold. These are the healer dragons, here for you, here to heal, to encourage, to awaken. Each one of them wishes to connect with you. However, today just one will step forward. Maybe you can see them, maybe you can just feel them, maybe you can sense them, maybe you can smell them. A dragon now steps forward, eyes twinkling with knowing, a grin playing on its scaled lips. And you hear in your head, I am the magic dragon. I awaken your soul purpose. I am ancient wisdom. I am elemental fire. I also am mystical mischief. You feel this truth ripple through you, deep into your whole being, into your soul. And the dragon before you weaves fire from its breath, and using its mighty wings, it causes the flame to encompass you like a mighty aura. It's warming, it's not burning. You feel it lighting up codes of remembrance deep within your system. You might see a symbol, you might feel a shift, you might receive words of wisdom, you might remember a truth you long forgot. The dragon gently moves closer towards you and curls its tail around you, inviting you to lie back and rest in its coiled embrace. Beautiful. In this place you feel calm, relaxed, held, loved, seen. You feel energy flowing through you. You know it's healing energy. You can feel yourself remembering this energy. You can remember this connection from before, from other lives. soul. It feels alive, truly alive, like it's fully aligned with who it is and shall be. Dragon then gently blows air into your crown, and you feel that energy working its way down slowly, following your spine, down through your feet and into the earth. You feel held, loved and fully connected. Luxuriate in this feeling for a moment, this safe space. The dragon starts to gently sway, holding you in its tail. Awakening you fully, embodying your soul fully. Reminding you of why you're here. Reminding you of the mighty wisdom you already know. The dragon then very gently uncurls the tail from around you and steps back just a pace. They place their hand, their mighty claws towards you, and a gift materializes in their hand. Maybe it's a glowing orb, maybe it's a scale or a rune, maybe it's alchemical fire. They hand it gently towards you. Take it in both your hands. Hold it. This is a gift for your heart. So gently pour the energy of that gift into your heart. Feel it sealing in place. It's your gift forever now. Next time you wish to connect with this dragon, just remember that gift that's in your heart. It is a portal. It carries purpose. It carries whispers of wisdom. It carries the power of the dragon. It also carries the mischief for the dragon. The dragons, one by one, pop out of existence. And you're left standing there, knowing that you can connect whenever you wish. Through this same ceremony, or through your breath, through your intention. Take a few deep breaths. The vision dissolves. You find yourself back within the stone circle. One by one, the stones dissolve into nothingness. You feel yourself slowly and surely coming back into this realm, back into your physical body. Wiggle your toes. Feel your legs and your thighs, your torso, your arms. Wiggle your fingers. Put your hands on your heart and remember that connection. Remember that gift. Remember your healer dragon. And one more breath. Come back fully into this body, into this time, into this realm. And then open your eyes. And thank you, dragons.
Thank you, dragon.
Beautiful. And then you might want to journal. You might want to say, what did this landscape look like? What did the dragon feel like? Did you get a name? Would you like to return? What was the gift? How did you feel? Was there any healing that you felt? Did some soul purpose or clarity of your purpose come through? Yeah, and just to remember that hug from the dragon, that being held, that safety. That's what they're there for you, and connect whenever you want to them.
Mm,
Thank you.
thank you. Thank you, Kevin.
You're welcome.
Beautiful. And I received a big emerald heart, like
Oh,
a huge emerald, big like that.
beautiful.
To
As
go
the Dragon Queen should.
as a dragon queen should, yes. And so I'm slowly embodying more and more my dragon queen self.
Beautiful.
How I can help others from that place.
Mm.
Because this is why she has come to me within me. She's birthed within me. And I remember the shaman I used to work with in Australia who said, Annabelle, you're very powerful. And I'm like, really? I had no idea. And all my little friends going, oh my God, Annabelle, your dragon is so big. And so he was the first time that somebody was working with an animal spirit that wasn't an animal from the earth.
Yeah.
It's real. And so I think that's the powerful place, really. So thank you, Kevin. And we invite you, all that are listening here, to go to Kevin's website. So it will be in the comment, and especially now for the Dragon Summit, Thunder Summit for 2025 on the 13th of July. And then the replay will be available so you can meet all these people that work with Dragon. And it's just amazing. Anything else you've got at the moment going on that you would like to offer?
Yeah, there's always the Facebook group if you're on Facebook, which is just called Dragon Thunder, and I think we're heading to like 3,000 people there, all talking about dragons. So if you come in there and you're new to dragons, there's always someone else that's new. There's also people to answer questions. It's a beautiful place. Anyone comes in and causes chaos, the dragons kick them out. So it's a safe space to come in and share what's going on with you, and we love hearing about your dragons and what they look like and what they're doing for you. So do come along to that. And then
Wonderful.
what my main focus is at the moment is the summit. So bringing all those 30 speakers together, so that'll keep me busy for the next couple of months.
And your books are on Amazon. So,
All, all the books are on Amazon, and they're all on my website under the tab that says author, and you can go through and see them all and see if any of them call you, and so are all the wisdom cards as well.
okay, wonderful. Well, thank you, everyone, and thank you, Kev. And
Thank
I
you.
can't wait to add this episode, and so we can teach everybody how to be comfortable with their mystic self and find the magic. And we find out the magic within ourselves, and then we're helping others find that magic, and to not be scared of the magic. Magic is powerful and wonderful, and it will enhance your life in a way that you have no idea. So this is why, this podcast is birthed to really show everyone you can find your magic. So thank you, and see you
Thank you.
soon.